Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Transformational Soul. My name is Ruth Soltman, and right now we are streaming live on Facebook, Rumble, X, and YouTube. So I want to welcome you if you're watching live. Really appreciate you being here. And if you're watching the replay, welcome. I really appreciate you watching the replay. Please hit the like or the thumbs up button, and please share the show information. I greatly appreciate that. And if you're watching, please say hello because I would love to hear from you. I invite you guys to check out my website, ruthsoltman.com. It's RUTH, S as in Sam, OL, T as in Tom, M as in Mary, A, N as in Nancy.com. And you can go to my website and find out all about me. If you're not familiar with who I am and what I do, you can find out about my books, my oracle cards, and all of my services there. And if you haven't already, please join our Telegram group, Goldylocks Productions Telegram group. It is such a great group. We communicate daily. We share lots of wonderful information, and the energy is really fantastic over there. So if you haven't done that, please come over there. You don't have to do other stuff on there. You can just specifically just come on there to chat with us. That would be wonderful. And don't forget, Goldylocks Productions also has an online merchandise store. You can get tons and tons of different items with lots of different designs. You get to pick, mix and match whatever you want. And don't forget to check out the Goldylocks Productions Oracle cards. These Oracle cards are so awesome. They are called Energize. And Tiffany will post the link where you can go and order those. And then they'll be shipped right to you. I want to thank all of you who regularly share my show information. I greatly appreciate you. I want to wish a very happy birthday to Denise, who had a birthday today, or has a birthday today. Melissa Parks, who will be celebrating on Saturday. And everyone else that is celebrating a birthday this week. Let's send out some love, light, and healing to all who are in need. Let's remember Robin McGuire and her son, who are both recovering from surgery. Carol Ann Carey's daughter, Carrie. G. Brian Benson, who is recovering from surgery. Veronica, Holly, and Kim Smith. And to all those who are in need of a little extra right now. If you would like to give a tip or donation, you can do that via my Venmo, a Rumble rant on Rumble, or a super chat or super sticker on YouTube. Your tips and donations are very much appreciated. And thank you to all of you who joined us this past Saturday for the Spiritual Message Circle. It was a great time. If you haven't, come and joined us for one of those, we usually have 2 a month on a Saturday at 8 p.m. And you should check it out the next time it comes around. I believe that's April 6th, I believe, is the next one. Now, the energy has been strong. It's been coming in very, very strong. And I checked the Schumann resonance like all the time. And it jumped from, I want to say 40-something up to 72, where it was, I believe, most of yesterday and most of today. And now it has dropped to 10. Hello, Robert. Hello, Sarah. Wonderful to see you here. And let me tell you, I'm really being able to figure out kind of where it's at without looking just by how I am feeling. My body is definitely feeling it. Today, I've been dizzy a lot. If I turn around too fast or move too quickly, like jerking, then I really notice the dizziness. Some nausea. One thing I have noticed too is that my whole body feels like it's vibrating. So remember to be extra kind, extra patient, and gentle and loving with yourselves and others, because the energy is very intense and it is really affecting our bodies. Hello, Richard. We're shedding those old energies and we're allowing the new ones to unfold. And it takes time for our bodies to catch up. It takes time for our bodies to adjust to that. I have been the headaches and the head pressure as well. And one thing that I've been doing for that is drinking lemon water. And let me tell you, it makes a huge difference. From all of the energy, like on my show that I feel from you guys, and when we do the spiritual message circle, all that energy, after I leave the shows, I always have that head pressure and almost like a headache. So what I started doing as of Saturday, when the idea finally hit me, is drinking the lemon water during the show to kind of get ahead of it. And let me tell you, it really works. I don't know how it works. I tell everybody about it, the lemon water for a headache. Everybody looks at me like I'm growing antlers, but it really, really works. So this past Saturday, the 23rd, marked the 7th anniversary of my mom's transition. The people we love are so much a part of us. After they leave, even after they leave this earth, they are still a huge part of us and our life. They may not be here in the physical sense, but we can still feel them. We can feel their love. We can feel when they're comforting us. And we can talk to them anytime we want. And we're always going to have the memories that we shared together. It's important that we talk about those memories. We talk about those people, because that's what helps to keep their memory alive. And it keeps their love alive as well. Not just for you, but for others around you who love the person as well. We always think we have time to put things, so we put things off all the time, right? Activities, phone calls, and so on. When we get to the end of this journey, we'll probably think, I thought I would have more time. Do those things now. We are not promised tomorrow. So now is all we have. So make things right with that person that you had an argument with. Forgive anyone you feel has done you wrong. Have a real conversation with a loved one. Hello, Marcia. Nice to see you. Let them know that you love them. Call your mom, your dad, your children, whoever it may be. Let them know you are thinking of them. Don't waste time, the time that you have being angry or bitter or resentful. Heal those wounds and free yourself from all that stuff that is holding you back. And be happy each and every day. Make the choice to be happy. It's a choice, and that happiness is up to you. Now, it's funny, when this whole thing about happiness, because a lot of people, they don't realize that it's a choice. They think it's all made up by their circumstances and the things that occur during their day, but that is not the case at all. And I find it really interesting when you have a conversation like that with someone, whether it's a child or an adult. You get to choose how your day is going to be. Are you happy? Are you going to make your day a happy day, a good day? Because that choice is up to you. No matter what gets thrown at you, what obstacles get thrown in your path during that day, you can still be happy. You can still maintain that inner peace. Each and every one of us on this earth is living without something or someone that we never thought or never wanted to live without, but we're doing it. Not because we want to, of course, but because we have to. We have to keep moving forward. Our loved ones would not want us to be stuck, right, and not move forward in life. We are so powerful, although we've always been told, the opposite. We've been led to believe that we don't have any power. And we're now realizing the truth, our truth. And that is a huge game changer. And we also talk about a lot of ways that we have been programmed since childhood. And there are so many ways. We talk about all the stuff that we have picked up along the way that doesn't belong to us. We haven't always been programmed in a negative way, though. Now, think about manifesting. And when I had this realization, although it's very simple, um, it felt very powerful to me. So think about manifesting. We learn to manifest when we're young children, although they never, ever, ever call it that. They probably don't even know that's what it is. At birthday parties, the birthday boy or girl is told to make a wish as they blow out the candles. We are taught to wish upon a falling star. We find dandelions in the grass, or as Judy calls them, blowing flowers, and told to make a wish. Then we blow on them, and all those little particles travel out into the universe. When we make the wish, we are setting our intentions. When we blow the candles out or see the star falling, it carries our intentions out into the universe. We were born with a natural ability to manifest whatever we want into our lives. Remember that. So when you think that manifesting, oh, that sounds so hard, blah, 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 you've been doing it since you were a child. It just didn't have a name. And it's not as complicated as we like to think it is, or the way that is complicated as we might make it. As adults, we create. My mind is working faster than my lips want to move. As adults, we have created obstacles to block this natural process. And we do that with a lot of other things as well. Take illness and disease, for example. I talked back a while ago about Chris Wark, that young man, he's in his mid to late 20s, who cured his stage 3 colon cancer himself. And he said something to this effect: anything the body creates, it can heal. And I totally believe this. I have always believed this. But instead of acknowledging and honoring that, we create obstacles to our own healing. In many instances, we give that power and control over to someone else. Sometimes it's out of fear, sometimes family pressure, and sometimes it's just all those years of conditioning. This is what you should do. So don't take anything at face value, anything, any information at all at face value. Question everything. Find out the truth on your own. You are worth it, because it's your life and your journey. You get to decide what is best for you, and only you know that. You can't get that information from someone else. They don't know you like you do. And if you're sitting there thinking, well, I don't know myself that well, or I don't know, I'm not that in tune with my body, get in tune with it, through your intuition. Your body will tell you everything you need to know about it. It tells you when you're thirsty. It tells you when you're hungry. It tells you when it's tired. And you know all the signs that it shows, to express that. Start listening to it. So take back your power in every single area of your life. You are enough. You are very, very powerful. You can do everything. Accept that. Now, sometimes when we hear that you are very powerful, it can kind of feel overwhelming. Good night, Richard. Have a great night at work. Thank you so much for being here. So you can't let it scare you. You can't let it overwhelm you. But we are very powerful. And most of us haven't even begun to tap into that power. Imagine, as we keep growing and healing and evolving and keep raising our vibration, we're going to be tapping in more and more and more and more people. And the energy is just going to be unbelievable. It's very, very exciting. Okay, so I'm going to give you something to think about right now before I go on. I do have tonight, I'm going to do some card readings, but I brought my angel numbers book. So if you have a favorite number, I'm giving you some time to think about this. Go ahead and put it in the chat and we'll look up and see what it means. And the numbers go up to 999. So if you have a favorite number, a number that's repetitive in your life, let's look it up. So Sunday is Easter, and it is a time of renewal, rebirth, and resurrecting. It is a season of forgiveness, letting go of the things that no longer serve you so that you can move forward on your journey. It's a time to reflect and to hone in on what is truly important in your life so that you can manifest it. It's a time of resurrecting all those gifts that you have been hiding all this time. You were given those gifts for a reason. Do not leave this earth without sharing them with others. That would be incredibly selfish, wouldn't it? So let go of the fear or the anxiety or whatever is holding you back. Empower yourself. You be who you were meant to be, your authentic self. And we all have those gifts. And we all have that treasure chest inside of us with tons and tons of gifts. Now, sometimes we don't always remember what they are until something might trigger that memory. But we all have them. And I guarantee you there's not just one. There are many. Maybe you have the gift of compassion. So you can, you might want to work with people because you can understand like what they're going through. Maybe a counselor, maybe something in the healing field. And, maybe you want to do some kind of volunteer work, right? Maybe at an old folks home, because you have that compassion and you can touch people and connect with people on a certain level that a lot of other people can't. Maybe your gift is love. And, maybe you rescue 10 dogs and just smother them with your love. That's enough. It doesn't have to be some big monumental endeavor to matter. Everything you do out of love and kindness matters and makes a difference. Everything. Kindness and love are never wasted. You hear people talk sometimes when they get out of a relationship. I can't believe I wasted 5 years, loving that person, blah, blah, blah. That love was never wasted. You gave that love with good intentions, right? So it was never wasted. So keep in mind, start unpacking those gifts. There are so much more of you that you need to reveal to the world. And yes, I know sometimes it can be very daunting or very, you think, well, I'm not good enough to do this, or, I'm not smart enough to do that. You're given these gifts for a reason. And you knew all this coming in, right? To the most difficult school there is, Earth School. I saw a video of Dolores Cannon the other day, and she was saying that Earth is known as the most challenging school in the whole entire universe. And that's kind of good to know because, hey, look at it. We're doing it. We're making it. So anything else would probably be a piece of cake, huh? Life can be rough sometimes. And we're here to learn how to deal with those challenges, how to meet those challenges, how to overcome and not bypass, but get over and beyond those challenges, right? And some of us have daily challenges. Some of us don't have, nearly as many. But it's all based on what we're here to do and what we're here to learn. I mean, we wrote the script before we came here. So, and it's really funny when you really sit and think about that sometimes, because some people will have such a rough life as far as, maybe they're just not getting by. Maybe they have some mental health issues. Maybe, it could be a ton of things. And it's all geared to help them accomplish whatever it is they came here to accomplish and fulfill. Just like helping people out is wonderful when we can, but we can't do everything for everyone because that takes away their blessing as well, right? Makes sense? Hello, Devin. Nice to see you. Okay, Robert. I have my Magic of Unicorns cards today by Diana Cooper. I finally rotated my cards because I just keep some here to use, and the other ones I keep elsewhere because there's several decks. So I thought I haven't changed my cards out in quite a while, so I think I'm going to do that. Hello, Joyce. You are right on time. So, Joyce and Devin, I know you didn't hear this, but I have my angel numbers book with me. So if you have a special number or a number that you see all the time, let me know what it is and we will look it up and see what it means. Okay. Let's see what we have with these cards. Robert. Okay, Robert. You got the number 4. It says, uncord relationships. Let go now. Forgiveness is freedom. So what I feel from this is that there's some, what's that word I'm looking for? You need some things done so you can have closure in some relationships. Now, these don't even have to be like anything serious. It could be, someone that you knew for a short period of time, or it could be someone who you've known since birth. But you have to let go of whatever anger or maybe resentment or whatever it is that you're hanging on to, because that isn't good for you. You have to let that go. So the best way to do that and to let those things go is through forgiveness. Now, forgiveness doesn't mean things didn't happen. It doesn't mean, you let that person off the hook, like it never happened or whatever. What it does is it lifts the weight of the situation from you so that you can move forward. You're no longer carrying it around. It is no longer controlling you. So whatever healing you need to do through forgiveness, they're saying you need to get that done. This is the time to do it. So whatever that might be, Robert, move forward with that. It's going to make a world of difference for you. Ooh. Okay, now the other card I got for you, Robert, is from my manifestation cards. And it says, I am dissolving any and all blockages to connecting with my angels and guides. Their messages flow freely through me. I am divinely connected. And I will tell you, when you do that healing work and you get rid of anything that is holding you back, it's going to free up that energy. It's going to free up any blockages that you have. And you are going to feel a stronger connection. Much stronger. A divine connection. So whatever healing work you need to do, Robert, they're saying to get that done. Now, sometimes you might have a situation where the person is no longer here on this earth. And that's okay. You can still do the forgiveness work. You can still forgive them. You don't have to talk to them face to face. It's something that you do for yourself. You're not doing it for them, because most of the time, when it's a situation like that, they could care less. They could care less if you're ticked off the rest of your life. It doesn't matter to them. So they're not really going to care to hear that you forgive them. So that is something that you do just for you. So I hope that resonates with you, Robert, and that makes sense to you. Joyce says, odd. I was just looking at number t-shirts. Well, if anybody has a number, please feel free to share. Okay. Richard, let me get a card for you. And the numbers in the book go up to 999. Oh, look at this, Richard. How funny. This is number 10, and it says, access your gifts. Explore your treasure chest. Accept who you truly are. Wow. That just gave me some goosebumps because I was just saying that. How cool. So tap in there, Richard. You've got some more gifts that you have not even discovered or remembered or unveiled. And you want to bring those out for all of us to enjoy. Explore your treasure chest. I love it. That is so awesome. Okay, Richard. Okay, Joyce. Let me get a card for you. Oh, Joyce, this is beautiful. I'll tell you, these pictures, these unicorns on these cards are really amazing. Your number is 16, Joyce. It says soul healing. Align with your essence. See your true colors. Beautiful, beautiful card. And what I feel for you is align with your higher self. Uh-oh, I just dropped it. Nobody else will be getting that card tonight. So align with yourself. Center yourself. Go and dig deep. And make that connection, that clear connection to the truth of who you are. Make that true connection. And see all the different aspects of yourself. You know, there's all things that, you know, we all have those things that maybe we don't like about ourselves. Turn that around. Accept everything about who you are, because that's who you are. That is your truth, right? So you don't ever want to not accept it. You don't want to, you know, push it away or talk down to it. You want to accept everything about you and who you truly are. If you're not willing to accept all those things about you, then how can other people accept all those things about who you really are, the truth of you? So I hope that made sense, Joyce. I feel like I kind of rambled a little bit, but just align with yourself, with your higher self, and listen more to your intuition, because it will tell you everything that you need to know. And you know, that reminded me, I posted this, or I shared this video that I saw on Facebook. And it was a mom, and it was all about negative self-talk and positive self-talk. And she had a little girl. And the little girl's in the background, and the mom's like, oh, I'm so stupid. You know, I forgot to do this, or I'm so this. And then they showed the little girl later, and she's repeating exactly what her mom said. So be mindful, everyone, of your self-talk. And it was funny because when I watched that video, it's like, wow, I haven't heard stuff like that in a long time. People talking to themselves like that. And it was kind of like it hurt my ears. So be very mindful of that. I remember when we were kids, you know, we would talk like that to each other all the time. Oh, dummy, idiot, stupid. Yeah. Like my grandkids, none of them say stuff like that. My kids didn't either, but we did when we were kids. But we never really I guess we really didn't get caught. When we did, we got in trouble. So, you know, but yes, that negative self-talk, do away with that, because your body listens to everything that you say, and it takes you literally. Joy said, thank you. It aligns so well with my days. I love you. I love you too. Well, that's good, Joyce. Sarah. Ooh. Sarah, your number is 24. It says shower of blessings. Look at this beautiful, beautiful picture. I love the yellow. I love the yellow. It was just making me think, because when I picture you, Sarah, I feel yellow around you. I always have. Robin is watching on Rumble. Hello, Robin. Thank you so much for being here. So it says, open yourself to receive. Pay it forward. Sometimes some of us are conditioned to give, give, give. But most, I feel, that comes from our heart, our place of unconditional love. We like to give. It makes us feel good, right? And those people, because I used to have a problem with this myself. This is how I know. It's so much fun to give. It's so easy to give, but I had to learn how to receive. That was not easy for me at all. So open yourself to receive. Know that you are worthy of receiving everything. And, when good does come to you, which I know it always does, but maybe something totally unexpected comes, pay it forward to someone else, someone that you might know is in need. That's always a wonderful feeling and a wonderful thing to do. But yes, learn how to be a receiver, because you know what? It's all about the give and take, right? That exchange of energy. I have a hair on me. So you have to be open and willing to receive if you want to be open and willing to giving as well. You said your favorite number is 24. Finally, somebody gives me a number here. Okay, 24. And this is the Kyle Gray Angel Numbers book, which I'm pretty sure you have this, Sarah. Number 24. Angels are shining a light of harmony on you and your personal relationships. Any conflicts are now being resolved. And that's pretty awesome, because I know you've said many times, that you've been doing a lot of healing work, and I think that is so amazing. So, they're shining. They're just watching you. They are sitting there with you. They are comforting you as you go through, anything that you have needed to go through. So know that they're with you. Know that they are very proud of you, because the work isn't easy, right? It's a challenge. But when you do it and you come out the other side, oh my gosh. It's like walking through a dark forest and then coming out and seeing rainbows and unicorns. I mean, it lifts you that much. So keep on doing what you're doing, Sarah, because it's working. Oh, Sarah said, thank you so much. Yellow is a very significant color to me. How cool. That is very cool. I love that. Okay. Robin. Let's get a message for Robin. Robin. I just got the same card that I got for Sarah. It's number 24, Shower of Blessings. And it's about being open to receive. You give all the time, but you have to be open to receiving as well. And, when you do, and when you are showered with maybe a little extra, pay it forward. That's all about the giving and the receiving, right? It works back and forth like that. It's a great exchange of energy. It doesn't have to be a monetary thing, right? Because we give and receive all the time. Love, kindness, all those things are giving and receiving. And sometimes, depending on where we're at in our life and what situations we're going through, we might feel that we don't deserve what people are trying to give to us. Maybe we feel like, we're not worthy or we don't deserve it. We do. We are. So remember that. And Robin, she has a show on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. called Robin's Cosmic Soul Food. So if you have not seen her show, please check it out. Hello, Melissa. I have a card for Marcia. Oh, Marcia. This is really interesting. This is a duplicate card from tonight as well. The number 10. And it says, access your gifts. Access your gifts, Marcia. There are more yet to be discovered. It says, explore your treasure box. Accept who you truly are. Explore your treasure box. There is more in there for you. There is more waiting to be discovered by you, Marcia. You have so many gifts. So many gifts. And you're very intuitive. Very. And I feel like that's why you are so good at what you do. So go searching in there a little bit. See what else you can find. Because I know that there is more that you haven't unleashed yet. And there's so much more that you can share with the world. And that is all, the essence, the authenticness of who you are. You're welcome, Marcia. Sarah said, that's what I have been working hard to tell myself, that I am with it and always have been. Oh, that you are worth it. Yes. And do it as an affirmation, Sarah. They say it takes 21 days to form a new habit. That's what I've always heard. I do not know if that's true, but I know it takes a little while. But, if you have to, do them several times a day, just I am worthy. I am worthy of all the good in the world, but however you want to do it. And do it multiple times a day for a while until you believe it. Because you're going to, and say it out loud, because that's very powerful, because you're hearing it as well. And then you're hearing, we always believe what we hear, right? Robin says, yay, I appreciate you. This makes total sense. Thank you so much for the wonderful message. You are so welcome, Robin. I love you. Thank you for being here. Yeah. I think probably at one time in our life or another, we all struggle with that I am worthy situation. We feel that we're not worthy because of whatever reason. And sometimes it can sound like a silly reason to other people, but when you feel that way inside of you, and it doesn't have to come from any kind of trauma, just growing up, going through high school, and everything like that can make you feel very, I don't want to say worthless, but like maybe you don't deserve things as much as the next person deserves them, and things like that. And a lot of times it's just little inklings of things that we hear or we pick up here and there. And it might not be anything that was said about us or anything, but that kind of sticks in the back of your head. And then over time, it just creates this scenario in our heads. And we think, well, I'm not worthy. We should never, ever, ever compare ourselves to anyone else. Never. Because we're all so individually unique. We are all on our own journey with our own things that we need to accomplish and do while we are here. So it's like comparing apples to oranges. You really can't do that. They're both types of fruit, but that's about it. So it's pointless. So don't ever do that. Know how worthy and wonderful you are just by being you. Hello, Chi. Nice to see you. Oh, Robin. Okay. Devin. Name on Devin. Devin. Ooh, Devin. This card is the number 14, and it says, stand in your power. And we were talking about that earlier in the show, too. about standing in your power and not giving your power away to anybody else. And it says, be passionate about your vision. Bring about positive change. Just being passionate about what it is that you visualize or that you desire, just by being passionate about that, it brings a positive energy to the situation. So it's going to inevitably bring positive changes. Now, sometimes things don't always work out the way we in our head think they're going to, and we might feel like, oh, this is really negative. That it turns out to be a total blessing. So, don't ever get doubtful when you are trying to create change in your life or when you're trying to manifest something. Have no doubt. Just that doubt itself, it puts up a blockage or an obstacle for you. Can you guys hear me? Joyce said she lost sound. Okay, so stand in your power, Devin. Okay, stand in your power. Know who you are. Don't be afraid to speak your truth all the time, because people need to hear it. Nobody can. I lost my train of thought here. Oh, Robin, thank you. Says I'm speaking to her soul. Stand in your power. You can't let anyone else take control. You can't, and they can't take control unless you give them control, right? And we've all done that, I'm sure, at one time or another through a relationship or a work situation or something. But it's time to take that power back for everyone. Okay, that was Devin. Now we got Melissa. Let's see what we have for Melissa. Okay, number 12, the freedom of truth. There's that old saying that the truth will set you free, and that is so true. And it says, communicate honestly. Be who you truly are. And you do, and you are. And the first thing that came to mind when I saw that card and I thought of you was, look at all those years that you, and we all do this too, that you lived your life not communicating honestly. Not that you were lying, but that you weren't being honest because you weren't being honest with who you really are. And now you are. And there is such a freedom in that truth, the truth of who you are. And it's, the truth of any situation. The truth always resonates with us. It always, sometimes you can, you just know when you hear it. When you have, let's say you have two people, say it's a work situation, and there's a dispute between two people. When they're telling you their side of the story, most of the time, you instinctively know which one is full of BS and which one is being truthful. Because it resonates. You know it when you hear it. And it's so funny because there are some people, some grandchildren in my life that even before they open their mouth, I know whether it's going to be something truthful or if it's not going to be the truth. And it kind of blows their mind a little bit. How did you know? I just did. But it's really important to, oh, good, Joyce is back. So it's really important to be honest about ourselves. And sometimes the hardest person to be honest with is ourselves, right? Because maybe we have gifts that scare us. Maybe we have gifts that it's just overwhelming to think that we can do this. So when you come to that place where you can be honest about everything, you will have a totally new sense of freedom. So I hope that resonates with you, Melissa. Chi. Oh, and Melissa has her show Friday night, Joyful Findings at 8 p.m. So you guys join her. And you guys have to come on there Friday to wish her a happy birthday because Saturday's her birthday. My words were auto-generated. I don't know what that means. Okay. Who am I on? Chi. Your number is 21. Good number. It says Magical Crystal Cave. Look at this beautiful, beautiful picture. Love that. So beautiful. And it says, switch on your inner light. Bring forward your gift. Oh, gifts with an S. I love that. Switch on your inner light. Bring forward your gifts. It's kind of interesting how many of the cards that I pulled, which I didn't even look at through this deck before the show or anything, but how many of them mention gifts and taking back your power, which is a lot of what we talked about tonight, which is pretty cool, which is great validation for me. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we all have that inner light, that inner glow that is the essence of who we are. So shine it more. Do things that are going to raise your vibration and make your light shine even brighter. And don't be afraid to go in there and open that treasure chest of gifts because the world needs them now. We do. We need everybody to open those treasure chests and bring out their gifts. We really, really do. And Chi, I feel like you are on like this part of your journey where you're discovering a lot of new things about yourself. I feel like some days can feel kind of overwhelming. And that's just natural. When we get bombarded with a lot of information at one time, it can make our head hurt. It's a lot to wrap our head around. So we'll feel that, that heaviness maybe in our head. So just be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. And be mindful to pay attention to everything. Because when the your angels and guides are sending you messages or information, they don't just come up to you and say, hey, Chi, guess what? This is what's going on. No, they're going to send it through other people, through song lyrics, through movies, through, a myriad of different things. It could be a conversation you overhear when you're standing in line at Starbucks that was actually meant for you to hear. So just be mindful of everything going on around you. And if you do hear something or see something or smell something, because they can get a hold of us in through any of our senses, and you're not sure, then ask for clarity. You can ask your angels and guides, I feel like this was a message for me, but I'm not sure. Can you clarify? Can you show me something that I will know 100% this is it? So I hope that message resonates with you. Tiffany, you got the number 18. And it says, refreshing oasis. This is a very calming picture. I love this. So relaxing and calming. And it says, nurture yourself. Gather your strength. I feel like you have been doing a lot of stuff lately. And I feel like there's some more stuff coming up. So just make sure. I'm sure you are, but this is just a reminder to make sure that you are taking really good care of yourself. Listen to everything your body tells you. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to get yourself run down because we all need you. But you have to make sure that you're filling yourself up because you give so much away. Now, if anybody else has a number they would like me to look up for the meaning, give me the number and I will look it up. And if I missed anyone, then please drop it in the chat and I will pull a card for you. And we were talking about earlier about the Schumann resonance and the powerful energy that we've been feeling lately and how it jumped to 72 for like maybe the last couple of days. And I feel such a difference when the energy is high like that. Like today, without even thinking about it, I got so much stuff done. Like my normal Wednesday is, okay, I have to try to keep everything with the kids on track because I have a time, that I have to be ready by. I have to get stuff ready for my show, and all that stuff. And a lot of times between the kids and the dogs, things can be a little chaotic. And on Wednesdays, it used to be that Wednesdays were, that's when things would usually happen if they were going to happen. But it's not like that anymore. I put a stop to that. But in addition to all of that, I got a ton of stuff done today. I didn't think about it ahead of time. I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. As a matter of fact, for like over the weekend and stuff, I sat around thinking, I should go do this. I should go do that. Yeah, I just want to rest. I was very tired and all that stuff. So I just kind of took it easy because that's what my body told me it needed. So today I started doing all this stuff without even thinking about it. And then I looked up the Schumann resonance and I saw it was at 72. I'm like, holy cow. This is why I got so much done. And I am just absolutely thrilled that I did because I got quite a bit of stuff accomplished in addition to all the stuff that I had to do normally. So that was pretty exciting. And I was talking to Tiffany about that before the show, and she said it was the same for her, that she got a lot of stuff done today. Now the Schumann resonance has dropped to 10, so we'll probably all sleep pretty good tonight, which is really nice. Because I have been, with sleep, it's always just a hit or miss with me. Some nights I'll go to sleep and fall right asleep. I'll wake up, but then I don't feel like I had restful sleep. Or I'll lay there and can't go to sleep, and then I do. And then I wake up and I still don't feel like I had restful sleep. I must be going all over the place in my sleep because of how I feel and how my body feels when I wake up in the morning. But that's okay. That's not the first time that's happened. Hopefully I'm getting a lot accomplished when I am. But it's all pretty interesting when that kind of stuff happens. Okay, let's see. I am going to pull a card for the group. And I am going to take this one from a different deck. The Healing Energy Oracle. Is this the one I wanted? Yes. Then this is going to be a card for the group. Let's see what we have here. So next week, it's going to be April already. The 4th month. Crazy. Let's see what we have. Oh, here we go. This one. This card is talking about action. Action. And it says, my divine action incites love and harmony. I am aware of my thoughts and driven by positive forces. I listen to my heart. My desire to manifest light transforms tests into growth, challenge into opportunity, and fear into love. And that's really beautiful because my favorite part here is transforming challenges into opportunities, because it's all how you look at it. It's all from your perspective. We could both encounter the same thing. One of us will see it as a challenge, and the other person will see it as an opportunity. It's all about how you see things, how you perceive them. So that's really interesting. I love that. Let's see what popped up here. Devin says, oops, on a positive note, it was to Melissa an early birthday. Yes, those phones, they can be something else sometimes. Mine has been crazy today. It's been wanting to type the letters faster than I'm even thinking them. And it'll type the same letter like 5 times in a word. So texting and posting has been a challenge today. Okay, one other thing that has come up for me in the last couple of weeks too. When you are feeling very intense energy, no matter what kind of energy it is, even if it's like very positive emotion or whatever, but when it's very intense, you may notice things around you be a little wonky. Like I had a situation a couple of weeks ago where I just felt this intense energy, so I had heard something or found out something. It wasn't anger or anything like that, but I just could feel this intense energy in my body, and the remote wouldn't work. No matter what I did, the remote wouldn't work. A little bit later, I could feel my energy change, and the remote worked fine. I've had situations like that with my phone, with a lot of different electronics. I've had situations like that with like light bulbs, and a lot of, things like that. And so pay attention to those things as well. You know, it's very interesting when things like that happen. But when you notice them, observe what your energy is like at the time. And anger is like not a fun emotion or a fun energy, because if you've ever like maybe heard, I remember this one time I was sitting at Taco Bell. This is so long ago. And this man and woman, they looked young. They were going down the street and they were having like a fight like I have never seen, screaming at each other. And I'm over there sitting in my car with the windows rolled up because it's summertime and I had the air on while I'm waiting in line. And you could just feel that angry energy. You could feel all of that. And it was horrible, absolutely horrible. It's a terrible feeling. So be mindful of what you're putting out there. If you have feelings like that, figure out how to turn them around and turn them into something positive. Okay. But just pay attention to all of that. A lot of times, we're so busy that we don't pay attention to stuff. A lot of times, when the remote doesn't work, I'm just like, let's hit it on something. It's got to work. Not realizing that it was from the energy. That took me a little while to figure that out. And it kind of makes me laugh, when I think about it now. But I've done that before, where you turn on the light and the light bulb blows. Or another thing too, with all this energy that we've had over the weekend and lately, it being so high. One thing else I have noticed is I've been seeing a lot of things like over here in my vision. And then when I turn my head, it's not there anymore. Something did. I was sitting outside with my dog and I felt something like approach me like right here. And just as I looked up, it was almost like it went poof. And you could almost see it go poof, but never see what it was. And I thought that was kind of interesting. So just pay attention to everything going on around you. See what things you observe, because it's all pretty interesting. I want to wish everybody a very happy Easter if you celebrate. I want to thank you all for being here. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. I love you all. Good night, everybody.